Chihuahua poodle. He kind of looks like a pug right now, so yeah, he's a little fat right now. So yeah, I'm 100% done with boxing. Boxing has done nothing but cause me a bunch of misery, honestly. I just wish somebody could give me that advice because honestly, I'm done boxing, so I can't even help you guys with that advice. I'm boxing, man. I don't want to box no more. Bullet, I'm sorry, man. I haven't talked to you yet about this, but I don't want to box no more. We're not boxing no more. I'm 100% done, man. I really want to pursue. Social Spot was lit.
I want to tell everybody, just thank you for coming out, and honestly, happy Easter, everybody. You guys, Jesus was resurrected.
This past weekend, Romero, the youthful and audacious lightweight contender, shocked the boxing world by announcing his retirement from the sport on social media. Only a few days had passed after Romero's surprise loss to Pitbull, in a bout in which Romero was greatly favored to win. However, Romero revealed the real reason for his abrupt exit from the ring in a series of tweets that went viral. It's not about what happened. Romero's writing was devoid of the customary bluster and instead had an understated tinge of melancholy. According to the specialists, my brain is completely damaged. I was able to hear them out and concentrate on what really matters, my family and my health. In addition to generating a flood of support for the young fighter, these tweets shocked the boxing community and raised grave worries about the danger that the boxer's face poses. Romero was headed for a shot at the world title because of his spectacular ring entrances, powerful knockout power, and outspoken nature. Fans favored his fierce, all-out fighting style, and genuine knockouts created a lot of hype. Even while his style was thrilling, some commentators expressed concern that it might not be sustainable in the long run after the fight. Romero seems to recognize this as well. In a somewhat reserved post-fight interview, he stated, "I gave it my all out there, but something just wasn't there. My body isn't what it used to be, and maybe I've been fighting too hard too often, even though the doctor's diagnosis isn't public knowledge." Romero prioritized his well-being, a difficult but ultimately essential decision, indicating that the message was serious enough. Romero's retirement has sparked intense discussions regarding boxing athlete safety once again. Romero's position is a clear reminder of the risks associated with brain injuries, which have a long and difficult history in the sport. Each time a fighter enters the ring, they face one another. Boxing commissions and regulating organizations are being urged to adopt a more proactive approach to fighter safety by both boxing fans and analysts. This would entail more stringent pre- and post-fight medical examinations, mandatory ringside physicians with increased power to halt competitions, and possibly restrictions on the number of bouts a boxer may accept annually. Even though Romero's boxing career was cruelly cut short, his experience could serve as a lesson for the game. Hopefully, his choice will serve as a spark for a significant overhaul of boxing, prioritizes fighter safety, and looks out for the welfare of those who give their lives to the sport beyond short-term gains. Romero's departure from the lightweight category creates a hole. He was viewed as a rising talent who might follow in the footsteps of players like Javin Davis and Teofimo Lopez. Right now, there are many young competitors fighting for place, making the route to the lightweight title very open. In addition to creating a perpetual reminder of the precarious nature of a boxer's career and the sacrifices they must make in order to achieve success in the ring, this might result in some thrilling contests in the years to come. The news was dominated by Romero's unexpected retirement owing to possible brain injury. It's critical to keep in mind the flame that remained inside the young fighter following his defeat by Pitbull. Romero held fast to his hopes for success in the future. Romero had been outspoken in his desire to take on Tank Davis before the Cruz fight, and a rivalry had been building. A rivalry between the two lightweight contenders was brewing, spurred on by jabs on social media and a desire to win the world title. Romero, ever the showman, loved the limelight and yearned for the opportunity to upend another well-known opponent. Romero insisted in interviews before the altercation on the ship that Davis would be the next victim. "When I take that belt away from him, everyone will see who the true lightweight king is." In the ring with him, he talks a big game, but he folds like a cheap suit. Insert made-up statement here. In addition to the Davis showdown, the possibility of a rematch with Cruz lingered. Romero was a really competitive boxer who wouldn't have given up easily. A strong desire for atonement existed, the possibility to establish that the previous fight was an exception and restore his standing among the lightweight elite. Pitbull fought valiantly. Romero may have given in. Insert made-up remark here, but that won't be the case the next time. I'll reclaim that crown and return stronger than before. Unfortunately, these visions were disturbed by the physician's prognosis. With his forced suffering, there is always a lingering question of what may have happened. Might Romo have exacted revenge on Cruz or died a ransom? These are questions that will never be answered.
Chihuahua, poodle, he kind of looks like a pug right now, so a little fat right now, so I mean self-explanatory.
I completely understand, but you know what? Let him talk, because in the end, at the end of the fight, he's gonna be the true Chihuahua, and he's the one that's gonna end up crying.
We'll see, March 30th. Make sure to buy the pay-per-view.
The T-Mobile Arena was transformed into a clash of Titans crucible, and the neon lights of Las Vegas glistened with excitement. The Machine was positioned in a corner. Romero put the champion to the test, a formidable puncher known for applying constant pressure to his opponent, the young and hungry. Pitbull, Cruz exuded youthful bravado, his self-assurance shining through in this lightweight showdown was more than just a physical altercation. It was a conflict between ambition and experience, a symbolic shifting of power. The uncomfortable calm was broken by the opening bell, which set off a furious sequence of events sparked by Romero's pre-fight jabs. In the opening frame, Cruz defied expectations by unleashing a powerful left hook that momentarily stunned Romero. Romero made a full recovery, which is a credit to his tenacity, but the battle had changed in nature. Now, with an unrelenting assault, Cruz, the aggressor, set the pace while Romero, surprisingly reserved, found it difficult to settle into a rhythm. It was us against the fans. Romero acknowledged thereafter at the press conference that there was a hint of sadness mixed with grudging respect in his voice. Tonight, we just didn't quite cut it. I salute Pitbull. Despite moments of his past genius, Cruz is a fierce fighter who works with his trainer to use movement and ring intelligence. Romero was unable to match Cruz's unrelenting pressure. In a last-ditch effort to halt Cruz's momentum, he even conceded a point in the 5th round. However, these were only temporary measures before the impending storm. In a dramatic 7th round, things turned around. Cruz pounded Romero repeatedly until landing a strong right hand that struck Romero in the temple. The crowd gave a tremble at the impact. Romero got up unsteadily on wobbly legs, but the battle had taken its toll. He was obviously injured. His gait was slow. Cruz said at the news conference, "I went in there with the intention of leaving it all in the ring." His face lit up with a delighted grin, and I did just that. Cruz's outstanding performance came to an end in the 8th round as a barrage of power punches overpowered the opponent. The official score was Isaac Pitbull via TKO after fading Romero forced the referee to step in and end the fight. The stark statistics showed how dominant Cruz was. He outpunched Romero by a considerable amount in punches. Cruz was crowned victorious in this battle, landing with more accuracy and intensity. The cheers of the crowd announced the birth of a new star in the lightweight class. Cruz said, "I'm not just a dangerous fighter anymore," beaming with self-assurance. "This belt is a sign that it should be worn by anyone who desires it. I'm prepared." Romero stated a wish to pay back the punishment he received, casting doubt on his capacity to compete at the greatest level and casting doubt on his future. It's possible that the stark reality of time's inexorable march took the place of the fire that once blazed brilliantly in his eyes. There's no denying that Las Vegas saw a change in leadership in the boxing industry. The lightweight category currently belongs to the Pitbull. Even though the machine might sputter back to life, he's only just started to rule. The fallout from Rolly, the Machine Romero's loss to Isaac Pitbull Cruz is still being felt in the boxing community. What was supposed to be an epic battle instead devolved into a domineering monologue from Cruz, which prompted the referee to controversially end the match. Romero, enraged, is now threatening to sue the Boxing Association, claiming that there was an early stoppage and corruption. Romero is furiously protesting the fight's seeming injustice, but instead of his customary confidence, he is filled with boiling wrath. He calls it a heist and demands a fair rematch since he won't accept loss. Fans and commentators have differing opinions about his accusations. While some have written them off as the victim of defeat's resentment, others have pointed out the dubious aspects of the match. The drama is increased when Romero's post-fight medical exams show evidence of brain injury, raising questions about his health and possibly ruling out a rematch. Romero's career may be put on pause if the Nevada State Athletic Commission suspends him from competition until he completes a battery of medical exams and is given the all-clear to resume fighting. The possibility of a rematch is also called into question ethically by Romero's health concerns. Promoters and spectators alike need to weigh the dangers of permitting a fighter suspected of brain injury to return to the ring. Therefore, the focus now is on Romero's well-being and the moral ramifications of his possible comeback to boxing, even as the debate about his defeat rages on.